that's why I like having a mentor, because there's so many like nuances to the Dutch real estate market. There's a box 1, box 3. I had no idea what that was before. There's a thing called punta telling. You have to like count the points in your house, and if you don't have enough, you can only rent for so much. So it's like a lot of these like small intricate things that you don't know of as an expat.
Hi and welcome back to a new YouTube video. And for those who are our biggest fans, you probably noticed today I'm talking in English. Why? Because today is a special occasion. We are launching the very first English spoken YouTube videos and many more to come at the Real Estate Masterclass channel. Why? Because today we have Ian next to us, and Ian is an amazing person who I've been teaching and mentoring the past couple of months actually.
Yep.
And we met in January, I believe, and who just bought his first property. And today we're just going to, I guess, introduce and learn more from Ian, real estate, and why he got started. Maybe a short introduction still about myself. My name is Shou Xin. I am the founder of the Real Estate Masterclass, and I teach people how to invest in real estate in the Netherlands. I am a buy-to-let investor, and I teach basically people how to generate income from real estate. In addition, I actually have my own real estate fund. I still have a full-time job, and so buying property, it's like a hobby that I do on the side. I own more than 15 properties at the moment, and I all do this next to having a full-time job, and Ian knows that.
Yes.
But today it's not about me, it's about Ian. So, Ian, could you introduce yourself, who you are and what you do?
Yep, I'm Ian. I have a full-time job as well. I don't do as much as he does, but I try to keep busy. I'm an expat from Texas, all the way from the great country of Texas, as we like to say, from Texas.
Texas is a state, right?
It's a state, but if you're from Texas, you always say it's your own country, because we used to be our own country.
Okay.
Exactly.
Really? Texas used to be our own country?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, right, the United States and everything used to be a country.
Exactly, or at least for Texas, yeah.
Oh, right, at least for Texas, I got it. Okay, so what do you do, Ian?
Well, I do sales for a tech startup.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that for 6 years now. But I've been thinking, I need to get involved in real estate, trying to build my future.
Yeah.
I'm trying to grow a family right now, so I want to provide like a nice foundation for my family. So I thought, okay, real estate is the way to go.
I got that. So how did you get into real estate? Like, when did you get interested in it? What happened?
It was probably about 20 years ago when I got interested in it.
Okay.
A buddy of mine gave me a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Wow.
And if you ever have read that book, it's one way to really kind of like change your mindset. And so after reading that, I was like, okay, I need to get involved in real estate, need to get involved, but never took action. It just seemed like too big of a project for me. It's like so many variables, things that can go wrong. So for the past 20 years, I've been thinking about it, reading different books, listening to podcasts, but then I met Shou. And here we are, after my first property, going on to the second.
That's
hopefully.
Great, man. No, there's no hopefully. You will.
Yeah,
there's no hope. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got that. So, could you share maybe like how you got to the Netherlands? Why here? And what happened? I mean, I know the story. I love the story, by the way. But just for the audience.
Well, I was studying abroad in Spain, so I was there teaching English, trying to learn how to speak Spanish because in Texas it's very useful. Then I met a Dutch girl. She stole my heart. Eventually, after doing long distance for a couple of years, I decided, okay, it's time for me to move to Holland. And so she lived in Amsterdam, so we moved to Amsterdam and been here ever since.
Nice.
So going on 6 years.
Okay, got that. So you read the book like Rich Dad Poor Dad like 20 years ago, right? So, and we met actually, I think December, right, at the network event in Utrecht.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then I was sitting next to you, and I was sharing how many properties I had. And then you joined my Real Estate Masterclass in January. And then what happened?
And then some more paralysis of analysis, because it's interesting at that networking event. They're like, who here has 0 properties? And most of the room raised their hand, including me. Who here has 1? Who here has 5? Who here has 10 or more? And he raised his hand. He was sitting right next to me, and I was like, okay, this guy looks young. He has 10 already. What is he doing? I need to learn from this guy. So we exchanged contact information. And then, I joined the course in January. Then some paralysis of analysis. He stayed in contact, trying to see if I'd taken any action. He's very good about making sure you take action. And then in July or June, I decided that, I need a mentor in this. There's so many things that could go wrong. I need someone that's going to kind of whip my butt, make sure I take action. So I started a mentorship program in July. And just a few months later, got my first property. Only 20 years in the making. So.
Yeah, I love the way you're only 20 years in there. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
So how does it feel to have your first property?
Oof, it's like, whoa, it's just now getting started because it's like you work so hard to get the first property. You come to Rotterdam, every week trying to meet people, trying to go to visits. That seemed easy because you had no commitment then. But now it's like, okay, I signed, my signature on the dotted line. Now I got to think of insurance. I got to find renters. I got to get a loan. There's like so much more to do. So yeah. So it's exciting though. I like it.
Oh, that's great. So I think a lot of expats think like, is it still like a wise choice to buy at this moment? Did you buy it on Funda? Could you share more about how you got it all started and where you roughly got the deal?
Well, yeah, I think it's always a good time to buy as long as you're ready and you have like a good plan ahead. Because if you look historically, housing prices go up, 3% a year.
Yeah.
Here in Holland, it's a little bit different. They've had like a strong bull market, but over the long term, it goes up. So as long as you're ready, have a good plan, and you buy at the right time or at the right price, then yeah, it's always a good time to buy.
Okay, great. And did you get the deal from online sites or anything?
No, you can, I think, find good deals on like Funda, web pages like that, but then it's a mass market. Everyone's trying to outbid each other, so you can see prices go up, 10, 15% than what they show. So there is like another market you can kind of get yourself into. It's called off-market or below market value properties, because for various reasons, people may need to sell fast, they need to sell quickly, maybe they're leaving out of town, maybe they're getting divorced, hopefully it's not that reason, but yeah, for whatever reason, they need to sell quicker. So if you have the means to maybe pay in cash or close quickly, then that's a good meeting point right there.
I got that. Thanks, man. So what was your consideration to invest in the Netherlands then? Why did you want to invest here? Is that just because of location, or were there other considerations you had?
I think Holland is a nice place because it's just a nice country overall. They have a good social system, the people are nice, they're highly educated, so if you're an expat, it's a perfect country to come to, besides the weather. But other than that, it's a perfect place to come to. So there's a lot of properties out there. They can't really build too much right now because they're kind of landlocked. So that kind of keeps the housing prices pretty stable. And in the long term, if you look at the government projections, they're going to grow, 5 million people over the next 20, 30 years. I may be exaggerating that number. I don't know exactly what it was, but there's going to be a lot of growth here over the next 15, 20, 30 years. So if you're going to buy, to me, a property and hold it for 10 years plus, then you're always going to have, people coming in to purchase that property or rent it out from you.
Great. Okay, so again, congratulations with your first deal, right?
Thank you.
So where do you want to grow further? How many properties do you have in mind? What do you think is possible at the moment?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like you got to, begin with the end in mind. So if the end goal is financial freedom, so you can, travel, spend time with your family, or if you want to spend time with your kids or friends, then, okay, what kind of amount of money do you need to get there? And then work backwards. So for me, yeah, I think if I get 5 properties or 6 properties, then that can kind of allow me to get that initial step in financial freedom. And then from there, you can just accelerate even further.
And there's also, we have something unique in the Netherlands, right? The box 3. So that basically means that if you have a property on your personal name and you rent it out in a passive way, you actually don't pay taxes on the rental income. And if you structure your property, mortgage in relation to its value, you actually cannot pay taxes. You actually, how do you say that? You're tax-free? No, it's like...
I mean, that's why I like having a mentor, because there's so many like nuances to the Dutch real estate market. There's a box 1, box 3. I had no idea what that was before. There's a thing called punten telling. You have to like count the points in your house, and if you don't have enough, you can only rent for so much. So it's like a lot of these like small, intricate things that you don't know of as an expat. So for me, having that kind of mentor can say, hey, watch out, don't make that beginner mistake, then to me that was super valuable.
Thank you. Why did you choose me actually as your mentor? I mean, I actually don't think I've ever asked, did I?
Well, yeah, because you raised your hand next to me, said you have 10 plus properties, and if you look younger than me, then you're doing something right, like I didn't see a Rolex on your arm, so I didn't know, I thought, okay, but regular guy, no offense, but nice guy, regular guy, if he can do it, I can do it, so
I didn't take it as offense, thank you.
Good.
So, I don't wear a Rolex or anything, no, I'm just a normal employee, and, I buy properties for fun. So, okay, thanks a lot, Ian. So anything you want to give us to our viewers, some tips or advice about real estate?
I guess the one thing to do is just take action. Like, don't wait 20 years. You can at least buy your first property, test it out, see how that process goes. And then if you love it, keep going. If it's not for you, then I'll be looking to buy a second property. So just let me know and I can buy it from you.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ian. So, people, you heard it. In case you want to sell your house, contact Ian. So, thanks a lot, Ian. I really appreciate that you've chosen me and that you're here today. And welcome to the Real Estate Masterclass family.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. Bedankt voor het bekijken van deze video. Ik hoop ook dat het voor jou waardevol was. Vergeet jezelf niet te abonneren op ons kanaal, zodat jij ook meer waardevol content zult krijgen. En vergeet ook niet de video te liken. Mocht je wat vragen hebben, laat ze achter in de comment sectie hieronder. En ik zie je graag tegemoet bij de volgende video.